Welcome to Bigfoot
and the Bunny.
This is a couple's journey into the mysterious,
the unknown, and the paranormal.
I'm your host, Chris Carr.
And I'm your host, Kristen Johnson.
Together we are Bigfoot and the Bunny. And we're live. Hey, welcome to Bigfoot and the Bunny. Happy Saturday, folks. I'm your host, Chris Carr.
And I am Kristen Johnson.
And we're having a good time over here. Yeah, over here, over yonder. Hope everybody's doing good out there, staying safe. We were trying to prepare a little quick video. Something really weird happened.
Yeah, I was just telling our guest.
And on our Thursday show with Dr. Kimberly McGeorge, at one point in that video, if you guys saw that on Thursday, a camera actually moves and it kind of like pans and it pans back a little bit. And what's weird about that is that the camera is on a tripod that's separate from this table in the work area that we got. And we can't move it. Like no cats in the room. We don't know how it happened. We've been trying to debunk it. And I just thought to clip it before the show. And of course, now I'm having trouble getting that to work. So maybe we'll do that in another episode. But I did hear an interesting ghost story this week. Octavia Spencer claims her house is haunted by a ghost of a Western film star. And this comes from the New York Post, but was in several different media outlets. Apparently she was on Ellen DeGeneres. And just to read a little of this to you, if you haven't heard the story already, Oscar winner Octavia Spencer has revealed that the ghost of an unnamed old Hollywood Western film star is currently residing in her house. During an appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show Friday, the Hidden Figures star opened up about the ghostly presence. And she said, I grew up watching Westerns and I bought this house and it was owned by a guy who did Westerns, so I must have been a fan of his. Spencer's 51 explained to DeGeneres, who also loves haunted houses and stories about ghosts, which I didn't know. Luckily, Spencer's ghost is of the friendlier Casper variety than those found in Poltergeist. My ghost can haunt me, but he doesn't haunt me, she noted. We have boundaries. And she went on to say, I love him because he kind of sorts out the bad people that shouldn't be here. He runs them out. The star of The Help said of her ghostly protector, if they stay at my place, they don't want to come back. And that's how I know they don't belong here. If you're a person that belongs here, everybody is like, oh, your place is so welcoming, so great. And that's how I feel about it. The talk show host then asked if she had encountered any scary experiences while living there. And she went on to say, when I leave for a long time, he's a little shady. So, yeah. That's
really cool.
Yeah.
Reminds me of my house just a little bit.
Yeah.
Some stuff happened like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like we're both a little haunted.
A little.
Just a little. We were talking about that doll behind me on Thursday as well. So that's a good show. If you're, whatever platform you're on, go and seek that out, Dark Horse Paranormal, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. But since we've already covered that, we're going to move into talking to our guest, Psychic Chris Garcia, who is a favorite of ours. Has been on our show a few times, and we love him. He has some wonderful insights and gives amazing readings. Everybody loves him, and we're going to bring him on right now. Hey, Chris.
Hi.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, guys.
Can you hear us okay?
I can hear
How are
you just fine.
Good. Good. Yeah,
I
we're using.
Got a phone call. Well, I know she's. I know it's. You know what? I like this. I like the background. I love the StreamYard. I'm loving it. I know, even though the other platform was good, but it was just the first time we were just looking at a blank screen, and then the second time I don't even know how I had to rotate the tablet around where you could see me. And I mean, that was a good show. I ain't gonna lie, I had a good time.
It was
awesome. It was different.
The software was a letdown, and that was no
Yeah.
fault of yours. We ran into this a few times,
Hmm.
a couple of times with you, and they just said, all right, we're going to bite the bullet and get something better. So that's what we're doing. And so far, knock on wood, it's been a lot more stable. So we're glad you're here.
That's good.
Wondering how you've been. And I know you post a lot of like visions and stuff and dreams that you have. I wonder if you had any visions you wanted to talk about before we get into readings and such.
Well, the thing that I have had the previous vision I had was about this going back to school. This is a really recent one, as a matter of fact. I was out in the field and I looked, I'm like, where am I at? And I'm thinking, and I started just looking around and I see like bleachers, right? So I figured I'm outside, I'm out by a field, and then I looked around and I'm like, wow, I'm by a football field. So I thought, oh, maybe I'm at a park. So further down, um, there was buildings, and I'm like, why do these buildings look familiar to me, right? So I walk up to them. As I get closer, I'm at my old school, my old high school. So as I get closer to the grounds, I guess everybody's in class. There's nobody roaming, walking outside, or not even walking the hallways of because there's different ways you can walk from outside to inside the building. So I'm
Okay.
there, and something said go to your class. So I did, which is 130. That was the class 130, which I remember the number, which is kind of strange. I walk in there, and two people, I'm not lying, two people that I have on Facebook that are not my friends or blocked from Facebook happen to be in my dream. And I look at them, and they're like, had this face like they just turned white, and they're like even though they didn't say anything, they had this look like, what is he doing here? And in my mind, I was like, yeah, what am I doing here? And some of them, there was one that did talk to me, and the other two didn't want nothing to do with me. They just pretend like they didn't see me. I said, okay. So I said, you know what? I've had enough of this. I walked out the door and I asked to project it out. I actually disappeared in front of them, Chris, literally, and they were like they had never seen that before. And so in the vision, I posted that to this day, I felt like they were wondering how I was doing. So I haven't contacted them. I've had others that have told me maybe they want to talk to you. I've had people comment about it and tell me different things. I've even had dreams of hi Julie, disasters and stuff like that. But it's just insane, Chris. I don't even know what's going on, but I can tell you my visions are so vivid. It's unbelievable. It's like more where I'm seeing more, not just missing facing visions. Or paranormal. I'm seeing more of like disasters, things that I'm being told that maybe I have to figure it out. It's like a hi Eileen, a puzzle, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, what does this mean? You know? And as I'm talking to y'all, I'm still processing like how, comprehend everything. Because I've always been able to put puzzles together, but I'm still in the works with figuring that out. I have an idea with that vision, but I mean, Chris, it's like nonstop. It's just one thing after another. I'm helping people, like my friend that's in the chat. I'm helping her with finding her son, which I told her. I'm not going to say too much, but I'm going to tell you, Eileen, I see him by a creek. I also see him like in the wooded area. Um, I actually want to say for some reason, it's not that far from. I actually want to say it's in Alabama, but it's like at the tip of. I don't know where if Georgia and Alabama hit, but it's like right at the tip of it.
Hmm.
I know we've been working on your case, so hopefully you find your son. But that's just an example. I've been helping a lot of people, Chris and Christian. I'm just like Messages are just coming in like just nonstop.
That's interesting. So you see a real pickup, and the seriousness of the vision seems to be increasing as well. Very serious topics.
Hmm and it's good. Yeah, and there's some of them where my friend Michelle, where she told me I actually you put her name on the screen. She's been having a lot of crazy visions, and then Heather, the one that just called me, she had a dream about her dad, um, and I did hear her a little bit, but it was going in and out because she was calling me some duo. So for Heather, if you're watching this, what I was told to tell you, even though I know you have to go to work and we can talk more tomorrow, but what I was told to tell you, and I'm not going to say too much, but I'm being told to tell you that you need to straighten up. You need to help your mom. Um, I'm going to say one thing right now, and I did not, and this is not a lie. If you move out of that house, I want to say within, I'm hearing probably next year, but they're telling me within the year, but I'm being told more next year that if you're not careful, I hope to God that you really are listening to this because you're a good friend to me and I care for all my people. If you're not careful, you're going to find a guy that's going to be with you and you're going to come out pregnant. So you're too young to, I'm not saying that I can't tell you what to do because you're entitled to whatever you want. Um, but one thing I do got for you is cherish the time that you have with your mom and your sister. I know it's not easy. Um, I know that you want your own space. And I feel like as I'm telling you this, I feel like you're crying, even though I cannot see your face. But I know that I'm touching a subject that I know I wish I had more time to tell you over the phone, but it was just it's spur of the moment. But everything happens for a reason. Um, but I just said prayers to you, and please open your eyes. You're young. You have college. You have many opportunities, and this is even for any younger kids listening to the show. Focus on your school. Boyfriends and girlfriends come later in life. And when it's meant to be, you will find your soulmate because it's on God's time. And that's the biggest message I got just right now. So I have to say that for any young ones listening to the show, pay attention to your parents. They know what's best for you, and they're just there to protect you. They're not there to hurt you. They're just there to protect you and shelter you so you won't get hurt. Because once you get that heart broken, it's never the same because you can't trust other men, you can't trust other women. So, um, hopefully, Heather, you're listening to me, and I'm being serious. I really care about you as a friend. I wish you the best, and I hope you really, if you didn't hear the show, just think about what I said because the last reading I had with you, your attitude has changed. That needs to stop. Okay, remember what I told you. Okay, those people are bad influence on you. You're a better person. You're brighter. You have light around you. So just please, I hope you're really paying attention to this and just know that God is with you. And I know being in that house has a lot of memories. Hold on, guys. I'm feeling her emotion. I know it's overwhelming, and you feel like if you get out of this house, I feel like it's more of you can breathe because you feel like it's heavy. But if you run away from problems, the problems are going to be there. Okay? Don't run from your problems. Face them.
That sounds like really, really sage advice, my friend. So I do hope she's listening out there.
Yes, because we can attest to that. It took us a very long time since synchronicities passing through since we were children, for us to actually find each other. So
Life is quite a puzzle sometimes. We've got
universe.
the universe. We got a question out here from David Coran. Asks, Mr. Garcia, can you see the end of times in your visions? Do you ever get that, like an apocalyptic vision, or it's just over? for
You know what's funny? I feel like, to me, I feel like I've had visions, but I've had like little pieces of that I see. And I'm gonna tell you one that I had a long time ago. Um, it was this vision, and it's gonna go with that answer. I've had visions, and this was, I don't really mean to talk about politics, but I had a vision. I couldn't tell who was president at the time, but I remember seeing, what do you call those things? Barriers to where they would block our like exit of a neighborhood. So like,
Sure.
how like the cops, they put like, say there's a crime, and they put those, what do you call those things that for you can't
barriers.
cross them?
Yeah.
What do you call those things? They're called barriers. They're like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and what you do is that, what in a vision, I had visions of where they would block the, like, the neighborhood to where you couldn't leave, where you could just be in your neighborhood. But I saw like military people, and I saw tanks in the neighborhood, and I'm thinking, I was like, that's weird. So with that question, yes, I do see, not really like the end of times. It's just a big shift to where, and this is, hold on, this is to where we as people, and this includes me, this includes Chris, this includes Beth, Karen, Heather, Aaron, I mean, everybody that's listening to the show. Mark my words, we were going to have to fight for our freedom, because that shit's already out the door. I'm going to tell you like that. It's already out the door. We're going to
I
have to
agree.
fight for our independence. Our independence.
I mean, we've seen examples of that in the past couple of years, and protests, and we're getting closer to Tiananmen Square. But I mean, things like this have happened before.
Don't even get me started.
Civil rights movement. We outright shooting college kids. I mean, things can get pretty crazy. But got a way where it can go even crazier. One of the things we were talking about recently was AI and artificial intelligence, and how it's replacing jobs, and it's doing it at a good clip, and it's been in motion for years, and it's starting slowly to come to fruition. McDonald's, for instance, is trying to automate their restaurants, and just there'll be no humans working there. You'll go through the drive-through, and they're going to flip the burgers, the robots
famous Flippy. He flips the burgers.
Mechanical hands going to come out, like Jack in the Box, or that was a fast food restaurant too, right?
Yes.
And give you food, and that's it, and there's no people. Like Walmart would be the next step, and those kind of things, and that's going to create some unrest right there. I mean, people are, it's scary. I agree with you 100%. There's another question out here.
It really is scary.
Are there any past loved ones, spirit guides here for me and my children?
Any past loved ones, spirit guides for? Okay, there's 1, 2. There's like 3 spirit guides I see. As far as your children, I actually want to say grandparents are there with you. And then I've got this weird feeling, like almost like I want to say a dad, where I'm being told that times are tough. I feel like you have a lot of burden on you, to where you feel overwhelmed, like you try to raise your kids the best that you can, and that you hope, that they come out the best. But I'm going to tell you, from a friend to a psychic, you do what you can, and you just pray that everything the way that you raise them, that they listen and comprehend what you're trying to teach them about values, about family, about the way life is, the way when they were brought up. Because back when I was around, when I was little, we didn't have to. Parents had to watch us going across the street. They would trust us because it wasn't bad back then. When I grew up, we could play outside till like 12 or 1 in the morning. You can't do that anymore.
Nope.
So I don't know if that means anything, but I just feel like you just gotta keep a close eye on your children. And I'm being told to just clothe them with love, and you just wish the best for them. And I don't know why, but I do see like a dad, and then I saw like three guys. I want to say there's okay. I don't know why I just heard. I heard the name Natalie or Nat, N-A-T. It doesn't have to be precise, but I heard the name Nat. Um. Okay. And I do feel that you're here, Jessica, for a higher calling. I actually want to say I see a certificate of Reiki or something of achievement. I don't know if that makes any sense, Jessica, but please get back to me if that makes any sense. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Seems like a lot of
You've
it's making
got
sense.
to be
I'm
kidding.
putting up some comments and yes,
Wow.
my dad, and thank you so much for connecting with me. Some more here.
Hmm.
Her dad passed away in October of 2019. So
Mm, I don't
so
know if
many
any
people
that
out there.
means anything, but it, yeah, no, it's insane because um, I feel like the best thing that I got, and it's weird when I look at your dad, I get this kind of and I feel like you're gonna be like, is he gonna say it? Kind of feeling. I keep getting this military veteran presence with him, very protective, and I see this camouflage like a beige with a camouflage, and I don't know why, but maybe I'm looking going further into your family, but I'm going back into Desert Storm. I don't know if that rings a bell, but just please let me know what that means because I'm picking it up and it's like in my face. It's 3D. So yeah.
Excellent. I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's out there. Is looks like a pretty big audience tonight. All kinds of people. I'm just going to read off a few names and give them a quick shout out. I may have put up your comments already and some of that. Stuart Hallett, hey, thanks. Michelle LaPrairie, thank you. Pepe La Pew is back.
Oh, hello,
Well, hello, Pepe.
Pepe. Love the name.
So that's great. I remember her
I
coming
know
on
she's
from
a
the
good.
last one. We had a little giggle about that, and because we remember the cartoon. Yeah, that's how old we are. But we're not going to talk about that. It was
Oh,
my birthday yesterday, and
birthday weekend.
I'm trying to forget. So, Liz Milne from Scotland. Hey, hi,
Oh,
Liz.
speaking of that, happy birthday to happy birthday to you too. Forgot. Happy birthday.
No worries, no worries. Anne Marie Young, of course. Hey, Anne Marie, how are you doing? So good to see you as always. Babaloa, I'm not sure how to say your last name, but glad you're here. Matt Waddell, hey buddy. All kinds of people, and if I've missed you, I apologize, but I just want to recognize that we do see you and we do appreciate you. Without you guys, there really is no show. So thank you so much for joining us here on Bigfoot and the Bunny, and hope everything's going good. Let me see if we got anything else up there. Shift. No, if you folks are looking, you got a specific question for Chris, please do throw it in the chat, and we will try to see it. A lot of times the messages come in so quick it's hard to see them all, but yeah, no, we really appreciate it, and I like your insight on where there might be a shift in the way the world is working. I mean, at the end of the day, we are all one, and people try to keep us separated, and the idea of barriers going up to do so doesn't seem all that odd or unusual to me. Now, Michelle LaPrairie says, Chris, what are you picking up from me?
For Michelle, you know what's crazy is that, okay, this is kind of interesting. Makes perfect sense. It says the Eight of Swords came up and it says imprisonment. I feel like with you, I feel like you're stuck and you're just not wanting to know where to go. It's like, I feel like you're almost like, the best way to describe it is like you feel like you're being tied down of what do I do? Do I feel like am I doing the right thing by leaving this certain subject alone? And it's funny because I'm seeing the Star card and I'm seeing the King of Wands, and this is what's crazy. These two people are as one. This person is one. It's almost like a Gemini kind of feeling I'm getting. The person has one moment he can be fine, and then the second minute he can be just insanely just unpredictable. And it's kind of like I'm actually seeing two men. I don't know why, but I actually want to say that there's this guy that has light brown hair, real curly. I say he's probably about maybe about 6'1", 6'2". I don't feel like he's around you yet. Um, but then I also get a different perspective that this two guys, it's one person. It's the same person, but it's like he's got two personalities. Almost like I want to say HDHD, to where he says one thing and then he says another, and then you're just like, what side am I gonna get from him? It's almost like you're just gonna be like, what's next coming for me? It's always like the unexpected, and just when you think you pick up something, and then you're like, oh. Before that person starts acting out, you're like, okay, I'm getting this feeling, and then boom, you get that validation, and you're just like, there's just no way. It's almost like you could see before these occurrences or these events or anything that goes on, you're actually seeing beforehand. And these are not visions, these are more premonitions. And it's funny because I want to say that they're, I want to say 3 days apart from the particular event before it actually happens. So if that makes sense, please get back to me.
Well, that sounds great. Maybe more people out there joining. I see Kim. Thank you, Kim. Christina says Michigan here. And I'm always fascinated where everybody is from. Oh,
I
Elaine
like
Carr.
that.
Hey, how you doing? We love you too. Uh, Rachel and yeah, it was just a lot of things, a lot of people out here.
I
Anna,
know. Yeah.
everyone. Oh, there's our buddy Ken Allen from the Wizards Table. The
Hello,
Wizards
Mr.
Table.
and Alan.
We love Ken. He's
Yes.
awesome. Tennessee,
Hi,
Terry
Terry.
Martin.
Hi, everybody.
So that's awesome.
I
That's
love you guys, and I just want you to know that I love you. I love
You
all you guys, and I feel like that no matter, I have a lot of people that care, and you know what's weird, and I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, and I don't know why I'm being told this, but I just feel like I need to. One thing that I do have advice for people that are new to this opening up things. One thing that I would tell you, you might have doubts of what you pick up, but just know that you never should ever second guess yourself. The first feeling is mostly the correct one. Maybe the first time you might be a little little off what you feel, but it's just the wording might come out wrong. So don't ever feel like there's doubt in your gifts, and take it from me as an empath. This stuff that we do It's not easy, and some people have if, even heard this, and I'm not kidding, Chris. I've heard people tell me, "God, I wish I could be like you," and I'm like, if you only knew what me and Kristen, Beth, or Michelle, or just anyone that has intuitive guests, they make it seem like we have it all easy, fine, and dandy, but we do have good things. And it's weird because I keep seeing this quote in my head. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the Spider Man where he's with Mary J. And she says, "Do you love me?" And he says, "I will always be your friend." And when he walks away, he says, "With great responsibility comes with," he said something, "with great responsibility, something." I can't remember the last part. And
Okay.
it's true. We have a big responsibility because we're here to help people, but it's kind of like it's not easy because sometimes when we get too involved in certain cases or certain situations, sometimes we put ourselves and the people in danger. Does that
Yeah, yeah.
make
The
sense?
gift could be like a curse, right? Like you're seeing the good, you're seeing the bad, you're seeing the ugly. It, you see all those things, and you've got to carry it and hold it in your heart. And empaths tend to have tender hearts. So, no, I totally understand where you're coming from there. Um, oh,
It's not easy. Trust me, it's not.
Sandy Griff,
Hi, Sandy.
uh,
Nice to see you.
Garcia, do you see anything good in my future?
Well, first
As
of all, I
Sandy only wants
see
the good stuff. See, we got
capability.
to leave the bad bits out. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
I
I
know
have a question.
with stability. I see like for some reason I keep seeing. I want to say like moon energy with you. Um, and then it's weird because they're telling me to show you this card. It's the butterfly is representing transition or transformation. And then they're telling me to tell you that you have the guides. The butterfly is your guide. You're into the guide of rabbit, which I'm being told don't let the fear get the best of you, Sandy, if that makes sense. And what I'm being told is that don't have no fear, don't have no fear, and don't doubt what you feel when you get it. Because I feel like you know what's coming, but you're just not prepared to hear it, if that makes any sense. But I was told to tell you, and this is for everyone, I would say that there is a moon cycle coming up. So for everyone that is very protective and very, I guess, hypersensitive to the environment, I would say to really do some collect moon water and put your stones in moon water. And then if not, if you can get, because I actually have one behind me, but I can't get it. There's this, it's a container where you can order them, and I haven't drank from it yet. It's got a crystal inside of it, and you can put water. And when you drink it, you're drinking from the purification with the crystal inside of it.
Well,
I don't know
that's
why I'm
pretty.
being mentioning that, but that but that's what I'm being told to share that with you. And then for Sandy, I do see that you've had a lot of sadness lately, but I'm being told that you will overcome this major anxiety that you're going through. And I do see a better year for you next year. I see a lot of good opportunities. I see projects coming up, and even something to do with the medical, helping people with in the medical field, if that makes any sense. So please let me know if that resonates with you, Sandy.
That's great. Thank you, Chris. We appreciate it. I'm sure Sandy does as well.
She said it makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
I was going to ask you this. On that note of seeing, good, bad, the ugly in people, do you have to do any kind of personal like ritual or practice to kind of separate yourself when you're done with a reading, like especially an intense reading, because people can I need to put this up on the screen for you actually, Chris, or reach out to you to get a reading.
Well, usually when I do readings, I clear myself before I get it. I ground myself like just automatically. Um, and then when I'm done with the reading, I do like cleansings over my body. I do different techniques of different ways that I do. And I just pray and I just clear the energy, where it could be with sage, incense, or even when I take a shower, I visualize the water as God's water. And I just purify everything that after I'm done with the reading because some readings are right with what you said. Some of them can have attachments or kind of like things that are lingering. And it doesn't mean that the client that's coming to you means that they're throwing that stuff at you. It's just that you just have to pull back and say, this is not mine. You have to return the energy to where it came from. And sometimes you can do that, not to throw harm to anyone. You just don't want that energy like sponge to stick to you because it can. Being an empath, that energy just sticks to you. And that's funny that you asked that, Chris, because I do different methods. I don't ever, um, and I feel like with anything that I do, I have different methods before I even get into a reading. But you don't really see that because usually when I talk to people, I connect right away. But even though I connect, does not mean that I'm visualizing protection over my body before. So I actually put myself in a white light and I just keep myself grounded. And then if there's anything that I'm maybe not doing right, I tell my grandma, tell me what else do I need to change to be protected in and out of the reading.
If that makes any sense, please let us know. Let Chris know. We lost him.
Just gathering some of your information, Chris, so I can put it up on the screen. There we go.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you doing?
I thought we lost him.
I was like,
I forgot to do the little ticker deal at the bottom of the screen because I want people to be able to reach out to you the best way possible. So can you tell the audience, like, how do they get a reading? And I'll try to put that information up. How do they get in touch with you, Chris?
well, of course, they reach me on Facebook, Chris Garcia on Facebook. You can also reach me at my cell phone, 210-974-3470. Again, 210-974-3470. Or you can email me at garcia187bluelove@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram, which I have two of them, but I'll give you one of them. It's Chris Garcia _79. And then the other Instagram is Psychic Kid _23. I also have a Twitter, but I don't know that one by heart. Unless if y'all have that link and I can share it out, then you could listen to, you can find out what shows I'm on Twitter, and other apps that I have too. But those are my main ones that I usually use. Facebook, my email, my phone number is one other way, and then to find me on Facebook, because I have actually like 3 accounts. Um, and then the other one is my main one too is my Instagram because I get a lot of good feedback and people see what I post. So if I do a show, I post it on that. So if they're Facebook, like they don't check the Facebook, I just post, oh, I'm gonna be on the show tonight. So I put it on Instagram, and if they want to check it out, they can go on Facebook and tap into the link that I show. So.
Oh, that's great.
Very
And I
good,
do got
thank
it
you.
up there in the ticker to reach out to you. They can call you directly at 210-974-3470 or email you at garcia187bluelove@gmail.com. So some more people out there with questions.
Yes, I found
course.
there's 3 of them at the moment. One of them, I'm going to start with the easiest one.
Yeah, I saw.
Let me take that up then.
Okay.
Okay.
Ken Allen, our friend Ken Allen from the Wizards Table, would like to know what is the tarot deck that you are using?
What is the tarot deck? That is a good
Oh
question.
wow!
and I know I've seen you deal some pretty
Okay,
interesting.
it's that you see the one that I use has been very effective and very accurate, very in tune to when you use this deck. It's very good. It's expensive, but it's good. It's called the Watcher Angel Tarot deck. It's by Michelle Belanger. She used to come on Paranormal State. This is the box. I'm actually showing it to y'all, so hopefully you can see it. It's
Yeah.
a very good deck, by the way. It's connecting to the angels, yeah. And then on the back of the card, it shows angel wings. See how beautiful that looks.
Oh,
It's
that
really
is
pretty.
nice.
So this is one deck. I have other, yeah, they're a very beautiful deck. And then like this is what they look like. This is like one of them, and it's kind of like the pentacles, just like any other cards. There is some other one that I have. I usually have the medicine cards too. These are the totems. See, it's got like a lightning, and then it's got the totem here, like the buffalo. And then I
Oh, nice.
has a book to what it means, but I already more or less know what what it means already. There's a few that I don't know by heart, but there's maybe like two of them that I don't know, but the rest of them I'm pretty accurate with these because I've given totem readings too when I've been doing that lately. So I give like a little bit of totem depending on what I'm being told. So it's kind of like I'm multiple tasking. It's weird. Don't even ask me how I do that because, but then there's times where I connect to my mediumship and I just don't even need to use a card that time. But sometimes when it's like face to face, I know that people like to see what what cards I'm flipping. Um, but I just give people, so they'll know what I'm seeing for them, even though they might not see anything. But I still tell them, what deck I'm using. So, and I do always do clearing on my deck too. So it's always good to put like crystals, and I would say put like clear quartz on your boxes of the cards that you're using, and just know that you just put your intent with the cards that what you want the cards to do for you. And that's what I do. I do that to all my cards. So
So you feel like a genuine connection to the cards that you're using. I know Michelle Belanger is a very interesting person. I think she wrote the Vampire Codex, and she's been on
Ken
Paramount
said
State.
she's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, she's very, very fascinating.
yes, yes.
I'd love to actually have her on here and talk to her sometime. That would be cool. As far as like reading type questions, I think the first one I got here
I have
is hold on, Amy Anna Soto asked Chris, "What do you see for me in the future?"
For Amy, I know I haven't talked to you, but I still see that you're going to be very busy. It's weird because I see um, events that you're doing, and I was even told that you were going to have inheritance and that you were going to find out more about with your family. And then it shows me the student card, which meaning that you're feeling like not only are you doing research within your family, within your bloodline, but I actually want to say that you've thought about even going to college or studying of some sort, either online. I do feel that that would help you. And then it says that the provider, which is, of course, the man upstairs, is showing me that God is going to provide you with all the answers that you seek. The only thing I was told to tell you is, are you ready to hear what He has to tell you? So anything that Spirit says, the big thing that I got to tell you is that you better be ready because not everything's going to be all good and everything. So just be prepared because I've noticed that I've talked to you and I feel like a different shift and like you're going through a lot. Um, but I'm just going to send you prayers because we all are discovering more about ourselves, about our loved ones. We're discovering more about our destiny, our purpose in life. So know that when you go deeper into your ancestors, sometimes it's not always good to look at your ancestry.com, but sometimes you find things that you wish you didn't look up. But like they say, curiosity kills the cat. So just be careful what you look up and how deep you want to go. Because I've even thought about going to my ancestry, but I've thought that no, I don't want to know too much. I already know enough as it is. I don't need to know anymore. So yeah.
Oh, that's great. And
Thank you.
I'm glad we got the information up there on the screen as well. And I don't know if you caught our show Thursday, Chris. I had the shirt you sent me on. Readings by Chris of the
Yeah, I
information.
saw that. I saw.
Yeah, I'll wear that.
We
Heck
wear 'em.
yeah, you
Yeah.
send out
I was
quite
gonna
a bit.
Oh my
So,
god! I was
I
gonna
love
ask
the
you something too, Chris. I was gonna ask you, and this is for. I was gonna ask you for both of you. Since you got that shirt, I want you to, because this is I've known this for different people that have had my shirt. I guess because they're very hypersensitive. And one of my friends, Michelle, told me this a long time ago. I've got validation after validation on that. Now, the why I'm bringing this up is that since you've got the shirt, did y'all ever sleep with it? And if you did, I want to know, did it increase your perception of visions and dreams? Because I've heard from different people that it's either helped them sleep better or it's kind of like a door to dream more. And I've heard a lot of good feedback on the shirts. And that's why I was asking, have y'all slept with the shirt yet?
I haven't slept with it
I
yet,
don't
but
know
I'm
that I
now
have,
you
but
would really
now
like to.
we're going to. But that
Yeah.
seems really odd, right? Yeah, I had it
Pretty
on.
cool.
Had it on Thursday night, but I slept shirt. I
Yes,
had no
yes,
shirt.
he did.
But no, that's fascinating.
Yeah,
And,
thank you for letting me know that
Cool,
one.
dude.
had reports of that.
Well,
And
yeah,
we love the swag. You have pens and matches and some unusual things, bottle openers.
absolutely. Yeah. I was gonna say when we do,
So
we'll
let me
we'll
know.
contact you
Let
and
me,
give you the feedback.
No,
yeah,
see if we have
yeah.
strange dreams or anything going on there.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, and William's got something for you. Me and my guy are not speaking at the moment, she says. Will we sort things and move forward together in a relationship, please? Ann Williams.
Mm, interesting. Well, when I look at that, um, I feel like you already know that answer, Ann Williams, because I'm being told that not only is he not speaking to you at the moment, but he's being like very distant, like he's like either hiding something or and it's weird because I see like a disagreement and arguing, and I feel like if you do get back together, and this is what I'm told, if you do get to be together, it's not going to be the same. The trust is not going to be there. You can try it, even though I'm being told to tell you that I would say be very cautious about it because you're going to be very skeptical. Like you're going to look at him like you're going to know in your heart that if he's doing something behind your back, you're going to know. And as a matter of fact, I feel like you already know this. And I don't know why, but I actually want to say that there is someone that he's talking to, and he keeps bragging about this person. I actually want to say like a friend. They say it's a friend. It's always. Um, I don't know. I just feel like very when you ask me, I feel like very disconnected. I feel very disconnected when you ask that question. So I would actually say give it a shot, but I'm being told no. It's going to be very hard to get reconnected because the connection it's there, but it's not as strong as the first time. If that makes more sense to you.
That's very
Okay.
good. Thank you so much. And yeah,
I'm still going through the comments. I'm trying to
lots
take
of
them
comments, lots
in
of
the
people out
order
there
that they're received.
they're with us as we're trying to start some things and make sure we get to you guys. If we run out of time, you guys got to contact Chris. If you learned something, you're intrigued, you want to have a real private and in-depth reading with Chris, do give him a call or check out his email. Again, I'm just going to throw that number out there real quick for you, Chris. 210-974-3470, and your email is garcia187bluelove@gmail.com. Bridget Patillo asks,
I
hi,
appreciate
Chris.
it.
Do I have any witch or indigenous shaman ancestral bloodline? Well, that's quite a question there.
Well, that's funny because when I look at your name, I keep seeing a lot of witch energy. Um, I'm seeing like a little bit of pagan, and okay, hold on. I keep seeing the woods when I tap into it, and I keep seeing like for some reason I keep seeing the East Coast. Okay, I actually want to say, okay, that's weird. I'm actually hearing voices. Okay, hold on. I'm actually hearing Virginia. And I'm going to ask you, Kristen and Kristen, I'm going to ask you as we're talking. I don't know. I know that y'all just got this StreamYard, but you know what's crazy?
What is
And I don't know if anybody else is hearing it in the audience, but I'm hearing Easy Peace, like whispering through the
Oh,
show.
I would not be surprised, Chris. It happens, and we almost take it for granted unless we hear a really clear, loud one.
Yeah.
But absolutely, you folks out there watching Bigfoot and the Bunny or our other show, Dark Horse Paranormal, they're worth sometimes just going back. People do
See?
leave comments like on the YouTube and all that.
Yes.
They'll say, "Oh, I heard something at this time." It that happens. I have no doubt. And I'll tell you something else. I mentioned that on Thursday,
Yeah.
that camera shifted, and that was a first. It kind of pans to the left and pan back just a little bit, like a tiny bit. And we're just like, well, maybe we hit it with our foot or something. And we tried to
We
figure it
couldn't
out.
debunk it, but
Couldn't
so
debunk
we
it.
just
'Cause
tried
it's
to
on a
do it
tripod outside of the table because we did kick
behind
the
the
table.
table.
Look, I kicked the table. See,
Yeah, and
Like,
that's it.
the
Camera doesn't
monitor
move.
is shaking, but this camera never changes because it's actually separate and it's intentional and it gets the right angle and everything. But I noticed it happened a little bit earlier. So I don't know. There
Oh.
seems to be a little crazy spirit energy going on, especially get the three of us together in here.
Robert Ricky just said, absolutely, Chris.
Yeah,
I hear
it's crazy.
There you go. A little confirmation from the audience that
Yes.
Robert
and it's
caught.
weird. And yeah, and it's, you know what's crazy is that when I listen to it, it's not like loud, but you can hear like they're talking, like they want to come through. And this is for everyone. If you think spirits cannot come through internet, you're really
Oh.
mistaken because they can. They can very,
most
Yes,
definitely.
very
absolutely.
much. They can.
It's
Yes.
all about the intent, I think, on their end. I used to have this very same thing, being a paranormal investigator, we do and doing that stuff. And I used to think, okay, well, the recorder can work, but the application can't, because how can the spirit be smart enough to know how to go and encode it or something like that and do the programming to make it say a certain thing? But they do work sometimes. Anything can work. It's what we found out. And I think it's just if they intend to say something, they're gonna say it one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah, and
definitely
it's
believe
crazy because yeah, and for Bridget, I was going to tell you too. You have a very strong bloodline. I keep seeing like more, very, very strong, and I actually want to see. I keep seeing Haiti bloodline, um, and I keep seeing like I don't know why, but I keep hearing swamp witch. I don't know why I keep hearing that, but I keep hearing something
actually
about the swamps. I go,
Louisiana. That's actually a thing.
Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Well,
That right?
no.
Yeah. Good.
Don't mind us.
All right. Well, let's go. We had a question here for Jeff. Taylor,
Excellent.
can I have a card drawn? Was there anything else my grandfather or father needed to tell me? And I don't think I put it up in chat, but she also had mentioned that her grandfather had passed. And I think that was related to what you mentioned earlier. So she was looking to see a card. What you might see in that.
okay, so okay, well that's funny because what I'm being told there's
Good.
prosperity coming. money's coming. I'm being told that I feel like if you connect the moon, I feel like you're going to be very in tune. And it's weird. I would say like what you can do is just listen to what you're being, because I've been told that you hear voices too. So I would say to start really trusting yourself, Jessica, because I feel like messages always come in for you, but it's kind of like you just miss them. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like you just think, oh, it's just my imagination. I'm not hearing it, but I do feel like you hear whispers in your house. That's what I'm hearing. So that's what I was told. Now let me see if I'm going to pull a oracle card for you. So let's see what comes through. Okay, this is what I was told. That's the first card. It says, you know what to do, which is your grandpa and your father. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So, in other words, they see what you're doing and they're telling you, stop saying, okay, I'll get it done later. Stop. They're telling you to do it like now. The second card is they're telling me to tell you, don't hold back because your wings are being spread. So the more knowledge you gain, the more empowerment that you can add an intent to manifest what you want in life. Because I feel like a lot of the stuff that you're wanting to create, it's like I'm being told is like just at the tip of the iceberg. I feel like you've already reached your potential, but I feel like if you put more earth energy and you give, okay, that's weird. I actually heard that they're giving you, if you give offerings to the ancestors, they'll help you with whatever you want, but you got to just know what is what is coming. And then they're telling me that there is a career change, a career transition about to happen to you. So I feel like you're about either to get promoted or you're going to get something to where you're going to have more responsibility and more of like helping people. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but I do feel that they're telling me that you can do it. And I'm being told you can do this. You are not alone.
That's great. Thank you so much, Chris. And to talk about something else you mentioned earlier, you mentioned crystals.
We are a big fan.
Oh,
Mhm.
it looks like you're in deep. I don't want to interrupt you. I thought you were done. If you're still going, I'll let you go, and we can talk about crystals on that.
Well, she did say
No,
yes.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. All right. You look like you were a little bit in trance. I was like, oops. I thought I had timed that good. So crystals like these, and that's an amethyst, and we've got all kinds of stuff in the office, and some nice these in my pocket. And Kristen's got crystal necklaces, and
Necklaces, I have tons of crystals. You
we love
cannot
the
have
crystals.
enough crystals. Come on, people.
And I like this idea of having like the
I know,
glass.
I know, right?
Of course, I'm thinking like, oh, I wish beer cans came like that.
Oh,
Nah,
come on.
yeah, soda,
Liz,
water is fine too.
Liz
But
Milne's blowing up our chat. Yes.
but I wonder if you want to comment on crystals. What when you started collecting them and why and what you feel from like what are some you like and why I guess is a good question.
Well, the ones that I got and I recently got, I feel connected to arrowheads. I have them back here. I can grab them, but then now you'll see me stretch. But um, even when I was little, um, I remember, and I was telling another friend on a different show, and he said, "That's funny that you did that because I did the same damn thing." When I was little, I had a jar, okay, about maybe about that big, and they were like different shapes of rocks at the time, and I would just grab them. And I was probably like between 5 and 6, and I just grabbed them, and I just started just. And at the time, I played by myself, even though I had my cousins. I was more of a just very in tune to being outside and connecting to my grandma's house, and stuff like that, or wherever I go. And so I had a collector of rocks, and you know what the crazy thing about this, Chris? I don't know what happened to those rocks. I had a big jug of rocks, and I found out later that those rocks were crystals.
Oh,
And I've always been very in tune to crystals ever since I was like since I could started walking. Um, and even more now is like I'm going back into my old ways where I'm just like finding rocks and I look at them, they have like a little bit of shiny, and I'm like, these are not rocks, these are crystals. And I feel like all the rocks have a different benefit and different kind of energy to them. Like amethyst is one of my favorites. Clear
me too.
quartz is another one. Another thing that I was this goes back to one of my past lives. I don't have them around me, but I have a crystal skull about this small, and I
Hmm.
was a guardian. I was into crystal skulls because I was into the skulls that they collect all around the world.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Well,
fascinating.
people have asked me in the past, yeah, that if I found that if this person found all the skulls, and I said, no, they have not. They've been trying to look for the skulls, and they feel like these skulls that I keep seeing. I actually want to say that they're either out in the mountains, but I feel like they're on the other side of the world. I keep seeing Brazil for some reason, but um, but that's what I'm connected to. I feel like it's in Brazil, and then I feel like there's others in other areas that are probably people not aware of. But I keep seeing, I don't know why, but I keep hearing that there's crystals up in the mountains in Arizona and Virginia.
I wonder if, because I've
So,
always thought about this, if they're in private collections right now, which is just sad. But
hmm
I always wondered that.
hmm
Do you think there's anything that would
hmm
happen or occur if you were to gather them all?
Yeah.
I feel like if someone or a guardian or a gatekeeper would find him, and you know what's weird, and I don't know why, but I keep seeing like the crystals like sticking out a little bit, and the sunlight hits them, and I feel like if you gather them, I think it would make do a major shift because these crystals that I'm seeing in my mind are underground, but they're only about maybe about this much off the ground. So I feel like if you grab them, it would make a big shift around the earth. And I feel like right now, people that are not finding them, I feel like the earth is like cracking because the earth is like expanding.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? It sounds so weird that I said that. Expanding. And I feel like if you grab them, it would put some healing to Mother Earth. It would heal. And I think a lot of this climate change, I think that the crystals would make a big major impact on climate change and other weather patterns. I don't know why I'm being told that, but that's what I'm being told.
That's
Wow.
interesting. Here's
This
an artifact.
one of ours here. This one here is actually quite old. It's supposedly now. Of course, it wasn't there when it was first discovered, but this one goes to back. I forget which dynasty in China, but supposedly fairly ancient. Although it looks like a lot of the modern ones. It's fascinating that
It almost
you
reminds me
know
of a Paracas skull because of the long,
people
elongated skull.
feel a need to make little ones like this. Of course, we're talking about much more powerful crystal skulls, but I think I had another question now here for you, and this sounded interesting. Donna Gordon asks, "What is my totem, please?"
Okay, hi Donna. I haven't seen you in a long time. Hold on, let's see what Donna's trying to say. Okay, okay, this is crazy. Ooh, okay, right now I'm getting chills. Okay, hold on. Um, I keep seeing the squirrel, like I've been told, like you're gathering information and you're trying to spread it out to others and just get the metaphysical. And I feel like you're just trying to spread out knowledge. And I feel like the squirrel is one of your guys right now, like with what you're doing with your projects. And then as far as that goes, the second one I got is a hummingbird. The hummingbird is there to give you joy, and to give you some kind of peace of mind. Now, as far as like your primary, your totems, I keep seeing. Hold on, I'm gonna ask. Okay, I'm seeing a tiger, and I'm seeing an eagle. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I keep seeing an eagle and a tiger, and I do feel that with the tiger, there's a lot of. Okay, that was weird. There's a lot of secrets that are being revealed that you're starting to realize not everything is what it appears to be. So, yeah, that's what I see. Hopefully that resonates with you, Donna.
That's good, and lots of comments out there. You know, lots of love being shown. I'm just gonna go through a couple of these. Sorry, the T-shirt won't increase your psychic known. Well, we don't know that yet, Donna. Let's see what else we got. Oh
Liz
yeah,
Mill.
Liz Milne would like a T-shirt from you, and maybe get in touch with Chris about that. I think there was another one here. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Chris. We just saw so many comments in there. I'm just kind of sifting through.
It's,
Let's see.
it's okay.
They come back and
I'm
say, as a
good.
soul being, they have a whole lot more knowing than we do. There you go. And Bridget mentions, thank you, Chris. I'll be in touch soon for a private reading. That's wonderful. We want to hear that. Again, those of you listen to us on audio, I'm just going to, don't mean to be redundant, but I want to get that number out there that you can check out Chris Garcia. Get in touch with him, get a reading. His phone number is 210-974-3470, or you can email him at Garcia, Garcia, like you would expect, 187bluelove@gmail.com. A couple of other comments. Some of these are about
Yep.
the
Or
readings.
as a matter of fact, I can't say too much, but I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not going to say too much, but I will give you a hint. Um, oh my God, are you serious? Okay, thank you for the validation, Jessica. I don't know when, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Local wise, I will tell you more about it as I can because I can't really tell too much details right now. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Um, so I'm just gonna share that with y'all that there is opportunities that are coming right now. So um, there's a probable chance that you might actually even see me not just on different broadcasts, but you might just see me somewhere else. And that's all I can say. I can't really say too much about that. But there's a friend of mine that told me that there was bigger things coming. And I don't know if you're in the chat, Becky, but there's a lot of stuff that's been validated. So if you're watching the show or if you watch it later, we need to talk because there's a lot of validation to what you're saying. So
Excellent. That's excellent. And I get another one. I think this is a good one for you, Chris. And not too deep. Greg Koss says, "Hey, Chris, do I know you from a long time ago?"
well done. Actually, even though I've seen your name before, but I actually want to say I feel like I feel connected to you somehow. I just don't know why. I think this is very ancient, and it's weird because as and this is might make a little sense to you, Greg, but I'm gonna tell you something, and I want you to listen to this, okay? And I want you to listen to the words Atlantis and see if that resonates. And what you want to do is close your eyes and just ask, does Atlantis resonate with you? And if it does, then I got a second thing to tell you. Abduction, being abducted. And then the third thing I got is spaceship. So, so I don't know if that resonate with you, Craig, but just look into it.
Wow. Well, that's pretty
That's very
intense.
interesting. Greg, are you a experiencer by any chance?
Yeah. Yeah. And Chris,
I'd like to
I'm
know
actually
that.
being
Yeah.
done. He's a research.
yeah, do you connect aliens with Atlantis? I mean, it sounds like there might be a correlation there. And what are your thoughts on Atlantis?
Well, I'm actually from Atlanta. So I had a past life in Atlanta. That's why I was asking.
Really?
And then as far as abduction, I was abducted twice. I'm an
Wow.
abductee. Yeah.
No kidding.
So
I
yeah,
find
that's why.
fast.
That's why I asked them because I feel like
Wow.
Yeah. We talk about that. What gets termed the contact modalities these days.
Mhm.
Ray Hernandez, I think, came up with that term, and he talks about how many people that have been abducted have these abduction experience phenomena occur to them and have enhanced psychic abilities afterwards. So I wonder if that helped open the doors for you more. I think you started off psychic as a young child, like we've talked about in the past. But when did you have these abduction experiences? How old were you?
I want to say probably. I want to say like maybe six, like right after five, and then the second one was kind of like a blur. I want to say I was probably like 9 or 10, but I still have little images of being touched because I remember having scratches where I have never seen the scratches, and I did heal from them. But the thing is that I had to cover them up because I knew that these scratches were not normal because they burned. And then I remember at one time I did have somewhat of a memory of him doing like an experiment on me, and I did feel like there was some kind of like they tried to remove like some memory of me not remembering them for their own safety is what I got. So I feel like there is more to that. I feel like there's a lot more to being abducted. I feel like they knew deeper something more about me than what I knew about myself. I feel like there is a connection. So
We hear that from
yes,
actually a lot
yes,
of
Greg, we've known each other.
experiencers that about the memory
Hmm.
wipe. We do. Most of them had
Hmm.
said that to us as well.
Hmm.
And Great Cost said, "Thank you
Yep.
very
And
much,
so
Mr.
Carrie, I know.
Evangel."
Thank you, Greg.
You got information.
Yes, Beth, we need to talk about reptilians.
Somebody else mentioned that she met you a long time ago. Elizabeth Marquin says, I met Chris in San Antonio when he was first starting out.
When was this? I don't remember her. Let me think. Okay, you know what, Elizabeth? I'm gonna ask you. You said you met me right when we first started. Was it when I met Chip Coffee? Please
We
let me
love
know
him.
how far do you go back when you met? Because I met Chip. That was back in. Oh my God. Let me think. I have to go back at my Facebook, but I don't have any pictures. I have my pictures on my old Facebook, but I don't have access to it. But I want to say, I actually want to say between 2015, maybe 2016. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I know this was way back then. And at that time, they didn't have Messenger. So please let me know when you met me because I don't remember. So just let me know when you met me because I don't, because there's a lot of people I've met, so I don't know.
Excellent. And I'm trying to get to everybody. Chris is even
I'm trying to do,
trying to jot them down in order, so I'm not
yeah,
spelling as much. But
like I said, in the order.
looking at, the Facebook, YouTube, and comments, and I've got just everything kind of packed in one on my screen. So I may be out of
We're
order.
working
But
together. This is teamwork.
this is absolutely teamwork, and
Yeah.
we're trying to get to everybody and give everybody a shot, and not overwhelm you either, Chris. But Julianne
No, I'm
Guthrie,
good.
Smolson,
I'm good.
excellent, asks, she would love a reading if you have time. Or Julianne Guthrie Smolson.
Okay, so for Julie, I don't know. I know you gave me validation. I think about today or the other day, but for Julie, I keep told to tell you that there's boundaries that you're gonna have to do. Um, I feel like you're gonna have to really. Okay, that was weird. I can't even talk. Categorize. Another word. Prioritize everything what you're doing, and just be careful how much you're saying to other people. So, in other words, you're gonna have to prioritize people, which is kind of weird because I feel like you're going through this time of hurt. So, I was told to keep your boundaries up. Don't let your guard down because there's a lot of unexpected stuff that you are discovering because you've given me so much validation. It's insane. But beneath that, I was told that I'm getting the guide of the swan, which means grace. And I don't know why, but I've never told you this. I'm not telling you this personally, but I was told that as a child, they called you the ugly duckling. But I'm being told that now those people were not very nice. Okay. Um, and now I'm being told that you're a beautiful swan just swerving the waters, which meaning that you're exploring and learning more about yourself. And then I was told that with the whale card, it's telling me that you're a record keeper, which you go back to the records where you have access to get information. So I feel that a lot of these memories have some of them do have pain, but I do feel that over if you put boundaries and protect yourself and just put like a blanket over your body, like spiritually. I mean, I know that you can't always you try to avoid pain as much as possible, but as being a human being, it's hard to avoid pain because pain is always somewhere lingering. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but if you have to message me privately about what I just said, I know I understand. But hopefully that resonates with you. But I do feel that things are going to get better and things are going to change for you. Just give it time. Give it time.
That's excellent. That's excellent. And I know we were talking about some apocalyptic readings earlier, but where that could be maybe further out in the future. Do you have any thoughts about the new year that's coming up? We're in December. It's almost, we're going to blink. It's going to be New Year's Eve, and then we're in 2022. Do you have any feelings about 2022?
Honestly, there's going to be, because I'm not into politics, but I do see a lot of more disasters. Um, I feel like we're not done. And I actually did tell, I don't know if I told Beth this, but I did tell my friend Michelle and a few people that if you're not aware of anything, I'm going to tell you one thing right now. That I experienced this back in October, okay? We are about to go into 3D, and that is in the paranormal field. So, you know how, like, back in the old days, when you would go to the movies and you would have those glasses and the movie was like right in your face.
3D
Don't be
glasses.
surprised if you have more encounters with spirits. Yes, that the spirits are going to be in your face. So just be aware that we're going to 3D in the paranormal. And not only in 3D, you will be experiencing 3D phenomena, which I don't know what the hell that is, but that's a download I just got recently. So there's going to be a lot of 3D to 4D experience phenomena, which whatever that is, which meaning it's more like how can I put it? It's going to be like it's too good to be true. Like there's more to what we don't understand, and I do feel that even on the other side, I feel there's going to be a lot of people that are very unhappy because of due to the pandemic. But I do feel besides that, I feel there's going to be a lot of craziness with people encountering and witnessing things. And I do feel like the things that we did not know that do exist in this life, I'm being told that some of them will come to you a little bit closer, depending on the the spirit or the entity or whatever the case may be. Now, as far as Bigfoot is concerned, I don't know why, but I do feel a feeling about Bigfoot like he's gonna be more like I feel like this feeling like he's gonna come out more out in the public to not to where you could
Hmm.
grab him and catch him, but he's gonna be more sights of him. So that's gonna be like kind of like 3D. As
Wow.
far as aliens concerned, aliens I just think that they're already in 3D. But I just feel that there's a lot of more things that are coming, and I do feel that knowing that there's next year is going to be 2022. I think that there's going to be a lot of odd things going on because of the numbers at the end. There's going to be a lot of odd things, and I do feel like 2022 has got a lot of very mysterious phenomenon coming. And I feel like for the people that are researchers, I do feel that we're going to find out a lot of things that we're not ready for. And for the ones that are ready, you better hang on because we're in for a rough ride next year.
Put your seatbelts
So I'm
on. It
just giving
sounds
you
like
a
the
heads up.
veil is going to thin
Yeah.
considerably, and I like that thought about Bigfoot being seen more and coming out to light, come out and hang out and have dinner with us, Bigfoot. Uh, I think that's great. I hope people do see them, and we're seeing the UAP, or UFO for us old school folks. Phenomena seem to increase greatly with disclosure through our government or non-disclosure, depending how you want to look at that. All the photographic evidence and just people in general around the world, just seeing more and more and more and more legit reports or seemingly legit reports of UAP phenomena out there. So I think you're spot on. Rachel Cooper had a question for you. She asks, "Who is the spirit that stands behind me at work when I am talking to families whose loved ones, I think she means, have passed? Who is the spirit that stands behind me at work when I am talking to families of loved ones who have passed?" That's an interesting question.
It is.
Hmm. You know what's weird is seeing her talk. Like she sees, like I see, like there's one person behind her, and this person does not leave. I actually want to say, hold on. I actually got two answers, but I'm being told one answer. Hold on. Okay, I'm being told it's a female. I'm being told that whoever this is, it's your guide. It's your guide. Okay, that's what I was told to tell you. Now I'm gonna see if I can even get a name to the guide. Hold on. Okay, I don't know why, but I keep seeing a Michelle with an M, and then I caught the name Nancy. I don't know why, but I feel like there's a message for this girl Nancy. Um, and I do feel that your guide is trying to talk to you, not trying to scare you, but just to let you know that they're there. Um, and they're just trying for you to especially awaken and open up. And I feel like you have opened up, but I feel like you're gonna open up more. Um, I think you're gonna have very profound visions to where it's just there's no denying what you're seeing. And I just being told that you're prepared for be prepared for a new journey for you because you're gonna be very busy, Rachel.
Excellent,
As a
excellent.
matter of fact, I don't know. I don't know why. That is weird.
Greg Koss said, "Thank you very much, Kristen. I have been told this too." To your question, Kristen. And he also mentioned that he's a
Right.
medium and an empath, and this attraction to Chris, like I said, is very strong. I've been doing a lot of ITC, uh, and having strange things happen, spirits, aliens. Um, yeah, things are going on, and it seems to me like people I know in the paranormal have been saying that the veil's been thinning for a
Mhm.
few years, and I don't see any reason to doubt that. It certainly has been for us. The deeper down this rabbit hole we go, the what did I say? The more rabbits turn up.
Yeah.
That maybe wasn't the right way to put it, but yes, the more phenomena.
Cute. I like the way you put it. Wait, this one,
That's funny.
More
I'm
rabbits show
just,
up.
yeah, I'm just going to prepare everybody for these next couple of things from Starling.
All right, yeah, Starling, and I'm sorry if I missed the first part of this, but she mentioned because again they're all lumped up together. These comments from
Yeah.
it's hard for me to go through them, but my son's dad died in June of this year, 2021. He had some strange messages that were screenshot to me. He makes a statement that stood out to me. She puts in quotes, "About to go to war," and "The beast is among us." I think something was chasing him.
Oh wow. Okay, that's crazy. Well, not only, oh my goodness, what I got this validation from me and my friend Michelle. That's weird that you say that because I did feel like what we talked at the beginning of the show. I do feel that we are about to go to war, and it's weird that you say that because I keep seeing almost like a revolution. And I do see, and this is what's crazy, and I don't know why I'm seeing this, but I think even me or others like Chris and Christian or other people in the paranormal, I feel like we're gonna get like signs and we're gonna be protesting for something. I don't know why, but I keep seeing protesting with people in the paranormal field and people that are out with their name, like their names are very well known. Okay, I'm just letting you know that. The second thing about the beast, it's almost like, and I've been told this, and even my friend told me this, and I told her, yeah, it's happening. The devil is at work right now, and we are fighting for our lives. And I do feel that with all this killings and all these people that are shooting, it makes you think what is kind of like lingering in the darkness. It's kind of like almost like this feeling of are these people being possessed by something entering their body and making them do stupid stuff? Or is there
Hmm.
more to the phenomenon? And I feel like exactly what I just said. I do feel that, like Chris said, the veil has gone thin, but I'm being told that the veil is so thin, it's almost going to be like 3D, to where everything is going to be it's going to be hard to understand. But I feel like for the people that are very in tune, and I think I'm one of them, that's going to be kind of scary. But I feel like we're going to witness a lot of stuff in our face, and we're not going to sit there and deny it. We're going to see more to the spiritual aspect, that there is more to life than what we realize. I don't know why, but I was told to say that. It's just, I got a strong feeling. You know what was weird? My hair was sticking up. That's why I was like,
Oh,
oh God, what are we in for?
right.
Yeah, and
That's not.
Starling had left a couple of comments leading up into
Yes.
all this, just so to frame everything correctly. She also mentioned that my daughter was near where he passed, visiting her in says Mimi, but it was Arkansas. Okay, Mimi, Arkansas. She goes to others' homes and comes back with scratches and like wire marks or wired marks. She put scratches on her. She was told me this is a couple of days ago. A coyote watches my oldest daughter at the church park. Just weird things are going on. So yeah, that kind of plays right into what we're saying about the phenomena increasing, right?
Mm-hmm. You know what's weird, and I know that a lot of people don't talk about this, and it's weird because I've heard this. I've heard it from other people, not like I've heard it through. I've never witnessed this, but this is what I've noticed that there is a lot of people that are experiencing this creature that has something to do with a dog.
Like a dog
Um,
man?
I don't know what it's called, but yeah, and that's been coming up a lot in social media. I don't know why, but I actually feel like there's going to be a lot of strange stuff with that being said. And then with that, I feel like a lot of I don't know why, but I keep seeing Wendigos coming out too. So I feel like Wendigos are going to be seen. Skinwalkers are going to be people are going to witness that you're not alone. And I feel like everything that we thought did not exist is coming out, and that includes fairies, mermaids. You know, everything that people have always said that it's just stories. But I do feel that there's a lot more at stake than what we realize, and I feel like we're in for a big awakening next year. I feel that everyone's going to go back to this show and they're going to be like, Chris said what he said, and look what's going on. So
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, and then she mentioned also that his passing wasn't settling with her. Nobody seemed to care, and I can't get any info. It's just strange, something off. Um, Alan asks Chris Garcia, should we talk about the reptilians?
I love Beth. Hi, Beth.
oh
She's
my
from the whole.
God, I know she's a very yeah, no, yeah, she's a very good friend of mine. Me and her are very good friends. But it's funny that you say that for that person that was talking about his death. I don't know why, but I actually want to say, hold on, let me ask you. Hold on, let me see if I can get a message for her because I feel like she needs it. Okay, for some reason, I actually want to say that they claimed that he did suicide, but I'm being told that that's BS. I actually want to say he was murdered. I actually want to say that for some reason it's weird that I'm saying that because I'm getting stumped here, getting pain below my stomach. I'm actually feeling like solar plex, where I feel like I'm being just pushed, like I was actually fighting for my life. Oh, I just got choked when I said that. Ooh, I just got choked back here. Okay, that was weird. Um, I feel like with his death, it does feel off to me when every time I see your name popping up. I think the reason why people don't care are the ones that you're asking. I actually want to say that they're more involved than what you realize. And it's sad because I actually see the police department involved in this. I actually want to say, and I'm not saying like all police, but I feel like there is people that know other people. And it's kind of like there is something weird about this case. It doesn't sit right, even though I haven't talked to you. But there's something that does feel off about it because I feel like you're being avoided because there's people that are okay. That was weird. I feel like their lives are in danger, and I feel like the people that know what happened, they're not saying anything because they don't want to get killed or this person will go to their house for opening their mouth. I don't know why I'm being told that, but yeah. So hopefully that resonates with you.
Fascinating.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of detail there, and people love Chris's readings. Each time you've been on it, it's always you got
You
your
have a
fans
great
out there.
following.
People know because you know.
That's right.
And so if you're out there, and again, I know I'm not trying to oversay this, and I don't know if I can, but where we're audio in some places, I just want to make sure people know they can reach Chris Garcia at 210-974-3470 or email him at garcia187bluelove@gmail.com. Now, Beth Allen had asked you about the reptilians, asked if we should talk about them. Do you have some insight on
You
the
know what's weird is that with the reptilian, I feel like it's weird that she typed that up because I do feel with the reptilians, I feel like they're fighting against other alien species. And to me, they kind of, oh, okay, I really didn't want to say this because I know this is going to get under people's skin. But I feel like when I think about reptilians, I feel like snake. I'm like snake DNA with them. And they're not totally just alien. I feel like they're mixed. There's something different about it, and it's weird because I actually want to say that they. Okay, that was weird. I actually want to say like shape shifting is what comes to my mind when I see that. Once you type that in, I said shape shifting, snake skin, very desert dinosaur like. It's kind of like it's just mixed all in one, and to me that just doesn't sound very pleasant. It feels more of like I feel like they're there not to help; they're there to gain something before the other alien species get to that data or whatever they're supposed to get to. And I feel like they're in compete with other aliens. I don't know why, but I just keep getting this weird feeling when she typed that in. So I kind of mm, it makes you want to do that.
Yeah, things that make you
Things
go,
exactly. I love the Music Factory.
Arsenio Hall.
Oh well,
Now I know, right?
fancy.
You know what? I think all of guys, all three of us are gonna be going at the same time.
That's awesome. I know this one was up for a while too. Kim O'Shea was wondering, are you picking up anything from me? Kim O'Shea.
Okay, hi Kimisha. All right, that's a pretty name. I like that name. Okay, let's see what we got here. So for you, I was told to retreat. Don't get involved with a certain situation, and I do feel that I keep getting to retreat, like I told you, and I'm being told that we need to connect to Mother Earth, and I'm being told not only connect, but I'm being told that turtles are coming. I'm being told that turtles are connecting to you for some reason. And then I'm getting the weasel to almost kind of like don't say more than what you're supposed to say because I'm being told that you are being censored with what you are saying. It's almost like you're being watched for some reason. I feel like you know more than what you are supposed to say. So I would say to be very discreet with certain people and just put protection around you so it won't come back at you. Does that make sense?
Wow,
Okay.
fascinating. So there you have that. Now we mentioned Bigfoot a little earlier. There's some strange cryptids out there. We were talking about, what is it? The Snally? The Snally?
Snallygaster.
The Snellygaster,
You
which
want
was
me
a
to say it again, Anne Marie Young? Snallygaster.
very unusual cryptid. There seem to be a wide range of them. Do you believe in other ones besides Sasquatch, or do you have any experiences you'd like to share?
Honestly, I've not encountered Bigfoot yet or Sasquatch, but I do feel that if there is another species, the Bigfoot, I would say there was another. I would say it's kind of like a very discreet Bigfoot, but I can't think of the other name. I hope that makes sense. Did they make sense with everything?
You mean different names like
But you know
Yeti?
what's weird? I don't know why. Yeah, I feel like there's other stuff to where there is a connection. And you know what really kind of just really kind of makes me think about Bigfoot? You remember all those stories that they say that cave people, cavemen, were very hairy back in the old days, and they said that a lot of the cavemen were our ancestors. And if you go back to humankind, they
Mhm.
would show like the human to cavemen, and then before people would say that these cavemen were very hairy. Now, just
Mhm.
think about this for a second. What if that caveman story the whole time was a human being, but maybe on the full moon he turned into Bigfoot?
That's quite interesting.
Right,
I
right.
I can see that. I have always thought or wondered if maybe he was the missing link to us through us humans. We still haven't found it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you can, what you're saying as well. Yeah. I mean, anything is possible, as we know. Anything is possible.
That's right. If you can think it, it can happen.
I know.
And by thinking it happens. You know,
but that's
things
very
may be
good
working
observation. I
in
like that.
tandem.
Right.
Yeah, and you know what? And you know what? Another confirmation, Christian, and this is what I got a question for you. When you bring that up, I want you to think about this, both of you. Okay? You know how we're right in this moment where we're talking about Bigfoot, right? Why do I get this feeling like, you know how back in the old stories that people would always like, if you got bit by a werewolf, you would turn into a werewolf. Isn't that kind of weird how people say that werewolves say exist? So if you think about it, they're total different species, but the thing that is very common is that they're both hairy and they're human-like. So is there a link there too?
Right. That's a good question as well.
Sure. Like
very good question.
The Beast of Bray Road. I mean, people do have werewolf sightings. Dogman sightings seem to really be on the uptick for whatever reason. And these are all similar creatures. And you have to think too, like a person who sees such a thing, they're in a panic, like, oh my God, I can't even believe what I'm looking at. I don't know what they're going to feel and what they remember from those, you know, few moments of just glancing at such a creature. I'm sure they're all somewhat interchangeable, really, you know, because you kind of have
you got the flight or fright, you know, thing going on as well.
Yeah, fight or flight.
The fight or flight. Sorry. I know I'm not drinking.
We don't want the fright.
No, I don't want the fright. I was thinking of my perception. Would I be so frightened that I'd be shocked and stay and then wonder what it is, or would I run like hell? I don't know. I haven't gotten to that point yet. I don't know if I want to, but man, I don't know. I got my Bigfoot right here, so
there you go.
It's not a variable.
You know what? You know that's funny that you asked that, because I don't know if anybody's ever asked me that, because I've had investigations, but I've never encountered like a classroom. Knock on wood. But the thing that is weird, because if you go into like all these different bigger hauntings that come out on the Travel Channel or just any stories, one thing I ask myself, how would I be like? How would I react if I went to like this last story that I saw on the Travel Channel? That there's this place, I don't know where it's at, but there's this place where there's this bridge, and they were talking about it just before the show. That there's these, I want to say, like 4 encounters where there was these 2 girls that had gone to this bridge, and I don't know the location of this place because I just caught in just like at the middle of the episode. And the only thing I know is that this bridge is out by a wooded area. There was a lot of trees that had a lot of certain symbols, like with pentagrams and all this other stuff on it. And there were stories about this location. Yeah, a cult like, yeah. And they started the same 2 people kept going to this location, and they experiencing like shadows in the back. They saw like a soldier with a cowboy hat crossing a bridge. They encountered this weird tall thing on top of the tree, looked very skinny and ugly and very just evil-like. And they said that there was probably a lot of seance. But if you really think about locations like that, or just any location that really gets to your skin, I always ask myself, would I run, or would I just sit there and just not provoke it, but just be very interested? Why is this happening? Why are these doors open? Very intrigued. Yeah. And I kind of wonder if I would sit there and run, because I know some people would be just like, I'm going to go investigate it. But if it kind of gets to where you're very like very high chills over your body, I think most people would run. But I think and I think for me being very in tune, I've never actually put myself in that position. And now you got me thinking, because to be honest with you, I think I would be intrigued, but it would take a lot to terrify me. So to where I would run. I think I would just sit there and just look until like it really attacked me. Then
You'd be dead.
maybe I would not like run, but yeah, yeah. So
So I understand what you're
okay.
saying, though. I've actually had this conflict going through my mind as well, as you know. So, yeah.
Excellent. Well, I get a
Well,
couple
that's a
more
good
people
question. Now you got me thinking. You got
Yeah,
Thank you.
that is the take-home prize from Bigfoot and the Bunny. I'll give you a good question. We'll think about that a little bit later. All right. Fresh Panda asked, any message from me?
hi, nice to meet you. By the way, let's see what we got for you. See if there's any messages. There's usually, most of the time there's messages, but it depends on the other side if they got anything for you. That is a very unusual name. The only thing I get with you is that I keep seeing money coming, and I keep seeing something about the moon goddess. I feel like they're wanting offerings, and I feel like this part where it shows the three of swords, it's telling me that you've had a lot of sorrows and a lot of pain. But I do feel that if you are determination and determined, I feel that you would make a big difference if you really stepped up to the plate and just learned more. Because I was told to tell you that I do feel like you're gonna get past this, and I keep saying like the word inheritance. So I do feel like you're gonna inherit stuff. And then as far as your gifts, I feel like you're very empathic, and I have this weird feeling like you're a channeler to where spirits can enter your body, and I feel like you could interact with the one that's crossed over to where they'll either talk like them or they'll say something that only the spirit would say. I don't know why, but I actually feel like you're a channeler and you're a person that also has the ability to do psychometry and grab objects and just get information off of them.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. Appreciate that. And I know we're getting a little closer and toward the end of the broadcast, so we're probably not going to get to too many more of these, but we appreciate them, folks. Jana Zintel asks, hello, everyone. How are you doing? Does the spirit have any message for me today?
The only thing I got with that is more the Jaguars coming up, and it's telling me that there's going to be secrets that you're about to discover. And I feel like you're going to discover more being told family ties. I feel like you're just about to. And you know what's weird is as I'm telling you this, I actually feel like you're just telling me like I'm done. I'm just done, being nice to people. And I feel like with all this stuff, I feel like it kind of just bothers you. But I do feel that you're a very humble person. And I feel like for some reason, some people do take you for granted and not appreciate you as a person. I feel like spirits are always around you. It's just that I'm being told if you pay attention, you would be surprised what kind of answers you get if you listen to everything just clear out and you just silence your radio, you silence everything. I feel that you would get more messages if you just turn your phone off, turn off your internet, just really focus hard. I think you would get messages on a daily basis. It's just that I'm being told that would you be prepared for the messages that you would be getting? And that's what I got for you.
That's excellent. That's excellent. And yeah, she put up a few roses for that. Precious also said thank you. And of course, excellent stuff.
Anne Marie Young said pet a dragon instead of like going, I guess towards dog man.
All right. Instead of that, don't get bit by that dog.
Yeah,
I'll give you one more question. And we'll talk about a few ways people can get a hold of you. And
Again,
yeah, and wait, maybe I have another question for you from us. But Joshua Dixon, hey Joshua, Thanks for joining. He asks if will I be safe traveling across the country on Monday?
Will I be safe traveling across country on Monday? I'm not really being told. Yeah, I just feel like he needs to be more just grounded and just do what he's supposed to. And I don't know why, but I mean, so just be careful in the dark areas. If this is a long thing that lasts all night, I would say just be very careful in dark areas. But as far as that goes, I feel like you'd be perfectly fine if you center yourself and just put yourself to have your guide run with you spiritually and to guide you where to turn and not where to turn.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you for the question.
This was really
It's been great.
great cause put up.
Yeah. Okay.
I know.
All right. Let's see here. Ditto on the message above from Liz. This has been an awesome time. One of the best shows I've seen this year. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you
Chris
so much.
and Kristen, you did a great job. Until you got to my question. Look frustrated. I'm sorry, Greg. Nothing personal. Chris Christie, you did a great job. I've watched the show before, and it's made me a weekly watcher. Well, thank you. We appreciate that
so much.
Please like, subscribe, whatever platform you're watching us on. We do appreciate it. Chris, I do want to tell people one more time, at least you can reach out to Chris Garcia directly at 210-974-3470, or you can email him at garcia187bluelove@gmail.com. Now, I'd like to ask you this. I know we mentioned 2022 before, but do you see an end to the pandemic in 2022?
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. With everything going on, ooh, that's going to be kind of interesting because, because I do feel that if people just keep their distance, I think it would put a stop to the variant. As far as like totally going back to normal, that's a very interesting one because they're telling me maybe if we do what we're supposed to, it could probably be over by March, April. If everybody does what they're supposed to.
Exactly.
If not, we're going to go in for another 2 years. We're going for another 2 years. For another 2 years.
Get started. It's going to be a few years. It's going to be a
I
long
know, right?
Well, we shall
I
see.
I know, right?
You guys are wrong.
Yeah.
Because I like to see it get better, at least under control. Where it's not so bad. It seems like it's gotten a lot worse lately, and there's some people we know out there.
Yes.
Are down with it, and we hope they feel better and get over it. Be safe
and hope you feel better.
Be safe over these holidays. Enjoy time with your friends and family, and try to stay positive. In spite of all that, we always seem to pull through one way or another. So, thank you. We want to thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Thanks again, Chris.
It's been a blast.
I know. You're welcome.
And we can't wait to have you back again. Again, folks out there, you can reach Chris directly. You can get him on Facebook. You can find him on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I think you like Instagram maybe even a little more. Are you on TikTok, Chris? Are you a TikToker?
Yes, sir.
You are on the TikTok. Okay.
Wow. I've done so I'm on TikTok too. So if you want to find me on there, I'm not very hard to find. When I was going to tell you, whenever that time comes, in case if I'm not back on in December, I just want to tell you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and hopefully y'all go out with a bang. And if we do come back, I would like to come back maybe sometime next year. I don't want to be too close with the same dates. I like to keep them apart to make it more interesting because you never know what might change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
but thank you for that.
Thank you guys.
Excellent.
Your family.
Yeah, I hope your family is.
Thank you.
Thank you again so much.
Thank you, everybody who listened today, and please watch our Dark Horse Paranormal
podcast as well. You can look for those, and you can look for them audio podcasts. You can, Yeah, get up there, check those things out. Check the archives of whatever you're watching us on. There's probably more Bigfoot and the Bunny. And of course, you can reach us at Facebook/Bigfoot and the Bunny. Is probably one of the best places to find out where those things are going on. We are going to update our website eventually. I've been saying this for a long time, but I want to get that down. And Kristen and I want to do some work and fix up a few things out there. But if you want to see what's there now, it does work. You can go to darkhorseparanormal.com or bigfootandthebunny.com. And you guys have a great, safe week. We will see you next week. Thanks, everybody, for joining the chat. Thanks for watching.
Go pet a dragon.
Go pet a dragon.